Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Iti Namine, Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Iti Namine, Namaste Sarasate Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavani, Pasyatyadi Satarine. Namaste Sarasate Deve, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavani, Pasyatyadi Satarine. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Gaura Prestaya, Bhutale, Sriman Bhakti Pragyana, Keshaviti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Gaura Prestaya, Bhutale, Sriman Bhakti Pragyana, Keshaviti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Iti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Iti Namine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव सर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तं नमाम शरणं। First of all, my millions and millions of Dandavat Pranam in the lotus feet of my Paramaradhyatam Guru Pad Padma Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pasismat Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami. And same millions of Dandavat Pranam in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru. Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pasismat Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. We, for 5 days, today is 6 days, explaining the teaching of Krishna that is called Uddhav Sambad. And I think that this grand festival is very much successful. So I pray Krishna to sprinkle his mercies to Nirgun Prabhu, his family, Shravan Kumar, and others. Nanda Gopal, his family also. And all. They will tell the names. They will announce the names. So much thanks to them to make this festival successful. Especially kitchen room, those who are cooking. I think you will keep the instructions of Krishna, which were told to Uddhav, in your heart and try to follow these instructions, teachings. I think they are very, very valuable. So, something more is to explain. काल के कुछ बाकी कह रहे थे ना, लो बोले लो, तारपरे आमी बोल दो, तारपरे ये बोलो. Oh, he wanted to explain yesterday, but no time. Now he can explain.
Om Ajnanate Mirandasva Jnananjanasalakaya Chashurunmilitam Jena तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। First of all, I offer my thousands obeisances lotus feet of Srila Gurudeva, all Pujaniya Sannyasi Vrinda, and all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, mothers and sisters, please everyone accept my Dandavat pranams. When Sri Krishna wants to go transcendental place Nitya Dwarkapuri, that time so Uddhav, also there are Arjuna and Maitreya Rishi. They sit there. Because at last Sri Krishna spoke to Maitreya Rishi, please you can tell to Vidur. So see, he is my devotee and always waiting for me. So you can speak to him. And Sri Krishna told to Arjuna, oh my dear Arjuna, after 7 days of oceans, so flooding and all Dwarkapuri going down. So before you should take all who is there and who wants to go from there, then take them.
Better you should explain Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. It will come afterward in the end. And there are so many things to explain.
So, yesterday we heard when Sri Krishna spoke to Uddhava, oh Uddhav, sadhu is so many qualities. Anyone sadhu's life leave him. They are taking shelter me, and there are great sadhu who left all religions and taking shelter me, serving me, doing bhajan sadhans. So they are great person sadhus. After them told devotee's life. And there are most important premik. So all premik, so Gurudev many times so always explaining these things like Hanuman, Pandavas and Uddhav, they are premik. But there are more highest premik, Brajagopis. Then Sri Krishna told, without sadhu associations, bhakti never come in our heart. So sadhu associations is most important things. Satsangena hi daitya jatu dhana khagam mriga. Then Sri Krishna told to Uddhav, oh Uddhav, na sadhayate mam yogo, na sankham dharma uddhava, na sadhayas tapas tyago, jatha bhakti mamurjita. Anyone, they cannot control me by the yoga, meditations, any Sankha yoga, any other yogas, without bhakti. They cannot control me. So, I am controlled by the bhakti, pure bhakti mood. And this bhakti coming by sadhu associations. Without sadhu association, anyone cannot come near me. So previous life and this time also everyone coming only one sadhu associations. Then Sri Krishna gave so big list, big chart. There are Sri Krishna spoke satsangena hi daitya jatu dhana khaga mriga gandharva apsaraso naga siddha charana guijaka vidyadhara manusheshu sudra striyo antaja vyadha विषपर्वा बलिर्वाण मयश्चाथ विभीषण सुग्रीवो हनुमान ऋक्ष जाम्बवान अथ बनिक पथ ते नाधित श्रुति गणा व्याध कुब्जा ब्रजे गोप्या यज्ञ पत्नस्तथा परे ते नाधित श्रुति गणा नोपासीत महत्तमा अप्रता तप्त तप सत्संगान मामुपागता only sadhu associations of previous life, so many persons, not only human being, any demonic life. And so, satsangena hi daitya, daitadana demons, daitya jatudhan rakshas, khag, mriga, pakshi, birds, and deers, khaga, mriga, gandharva, apsara, nag, siddha, charan, guyag, vidyadhar, manushya, shudra, stri, antaswa, everyone. They came only by sadhu association. So, Vyadha, Kubja, Braja, Gopya, one hunter, and Kubja, Braja, Gopis. So, everyone came previously, they got sadhu associations. In this way, they got bhakti, pure bhakti, then they came. So, te nadhita shruti gana, they never read Ved Shastra. Nadhita shruti gana, no pasid mahattama, no great austerities. Nadhita shruti gana, no pasid mahattama, abrata tapta tapasa. They are not doing so much fasting. But Satsangan mam upagata, only sadhu association they came near me. There are sadhus, not only one, not same, everyone. There are so different categories sadhus. When they got sadhu association, same sadhu association, then their mood come. If following one Swajatiya ascetic, the sadhu associations and Rasik devotees associations, then their mood comes. So there are, Sri Krishna spoke, oh my dear Uddhav, I know Ramin Sardham Madhuram Praniti, Safal Kina Mai Janurata Chitta. When I went with Balaram, when I went with Safalki Akrur chariot in Mathura, then Mai Anurakta Chitta, my dear Braja Gopis, they have pure love and affections. Then, in the sufficient mood, they never seen not the Trisu Sukhaya in their life any happiness. Never seen. Always they have absurd mood, separation mood, always waiting for me. So I never forget them. So I send you, you have seen in Brajabhumi how much they are great mood. You have experienced, so you know. So I am telling you, Jatha Samadho Munaye Abdhitoyi. Muni, rishis, sadhus, they are sitting nirvikalpa samadhi, they forgot all things. Or rivers going to ocean, mixing. They never seen any other thing, so only me. My happiness. So Braja Gopi's mood is only one mood. Oh, Uddhav, if you want, then you can take all things. Tasmat tam uddhava usriya nodanam pratinodanam. Jahi sarvato bhavina saranam gaccha. So any kind, so many religions, so many rules and regulations, so many watching. But you left all things. Only you must follow to Braja Gopi's mood. They are pit dust. Then your life will be successful. After then, so you can go there and you can take their pit dust, then will be happy. Sri Krishna spoke to Uddhav. Oh Uddhav, you are my great devotee. I never think my brother Shankarsan, Sri Lakshmi Devi and Lord Shiva and Brahma, but you are my great devotee. I like you. So I love you. So you must follow these things. Before I spoke to Arjun, Yogastroyo maya prokta, niram sreyo vidhitsaya, jnanam karma bhaktisya, nopayo anya asti kutrachit. So I spoke three processes. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, and Bhakti yoga. Only three yoga. There are, when Karma yoga, they are following to Bhakti yoga. Jnana is they are following to Bhakti yoga. Then everyone will be happy. And their life will be successful. So in this way, so I spoke these things. Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvidyat javata. Mat katha sravanado basraddha javan na jayate. No faithful mood in my katha. And third, then you should, anyone, they must do karma. No nirvidyat javata, no renunciations mode, not coming. Or faithful mood, not coming, not tasting my katha. Then they are doing work. But when have this mood, then let all things follow this katha. Then we'll be happy. Anyone, not nirved, no, not so much renunciations, and not so much attachment in family life and material happiness. Then their bhakti yoga will be okay. So in this way, Sri Krishna spoke to Uddhav, oh my dear Uddhav, you must follow these things.
Very good. Also Uddhav asked Krishna, I want to know Baddha Jeev, Mukta Jeev, Nitya Mukta Jeev. So please explain. And then Krishna began to tell, oh, there are three kinds of souls, jivas. Nitya Mukta, always engaged in the service of transcendental Krishna there. Braj, Vaikuntha and everything. They are Nitya Mukta. And they are separate from Krishna, from God. Not one. They have some quality like Krishna, but not all qualities. And that quality in very small quantity. And the Nitya Baddha Jeev, not Baddha Jeev, it has been told by word Nitya Baddha, but it should be Anadi. You should know Anadi Baddha. No time when they were separated from Krishna and in illusory Maya. So they are Anadi Baddha. But it means not that they will not be liberated. They must be liberated by Sadhu Sang, as is told. Sadhu Sang, Guru Karan, and thus Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti in this way. So, Baddhaji are of so many kind. According to their Shraddha, Baddhaji and Super Soul Krishna Paramatma living on a tree in the branch, both. One is testing what he has done, bad, good activities. And second, not taking all these things. He is only Sakshi, witness only. And this is also difference between Jeev and Paramatma. Also, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has told Baddhaji of so many kinds. Anabrit Chetan, fully Anabrit Chetan, like trees, creepers and all others. Stone has also life. Himalaya mountain and other mountains. So these are achadited, covered fully. Their Chetanta is not seen. Their Chetanta, consciousness. And they cannot move. They can express their idea. If to rain or anyone cutting, they have nothing to do. They will not run away and protect. And in some small quantity developed, they are called Sankuchit Chetan. They are covered, mostly covered, something left, not 100%. Like 75 or more than that, they are covered. And Muklit Chetan, they are still covered by Maya, but and who are they? They are human. But who? In what kind of human? Like African or African. Those who are not civilized. They are like animals. But anyhow, they are more superior than them. And then Vikasita, Chetan. This is Chetan means now they have some knowledge. And more Purna Vikasita, that is Bhakta. Jnani and others, Yogi, Karmi, they are like Vikasita. But for Vikasita is there. There is a category of Baddha Jiva. Last one, very soon, by the association of Rasik and Tattagya Vaishnava, they will achieve Prem, which is the goal of our life. Krishna told, if you want really to serve me, then Sabda Brahmani Nishnato na Nishnayat Pare Jadi Samastasya Samaphalo Hi Adhunemi Varakshita. Go to Sadhu or Guru, Sabda Brahmani Nishnato. If anyone is quite expert in scripture, Ved, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita and others, he may be expert, but not realization of Supreme Lord Krishna. That Guru cannot do anything. He cannot help. To go there in their lotus feet and make them Guru is like if a cow not giving milk and you want to milk, how you can have? You cannot. So you should see those who are Rasik, Tattagya, and also merciful. Svajatiya Snigdha Asha Vaishnava. And he told, like cow without giving milk, Vyabhicharini Istri, bad character ladies, Paradhin Sarir, a body which is others. Like anyone serving here and there, they are not free. They cannot do anything. And Dushtaputra, wicked son. And the money which is not given to Satpatra, Vaishnava, and other qualified person. And any Bani, speech, which is not related to my glorification, they are all bogus. You should be careful. Then he told 26 kinds of qualities of Shanta. In these 25 are Anga, limbs, and one Krishnaika Saran is Angi, root of all. If one is there, not there, Krishna Saranagati, they may be to others, and they may be called Santa, but not Bhakta or Vaishnava. If Bhakti is there, other qualities are there or not, no harm. They are bound to come. Then he told that what he was explaining. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Only three process. Begin from Karma Yoga and then come to Jnana Yoga, meaning knowledge. Who is Krishna? What is Maya? What is world Maya Tattva? What is Rasa Tattva? All you should know. And then Bhakti Yoga. If Bhakti Yoga, then Bhakti Yoga means here Krishna Prem. Highest is Gopi Prem. Among them, Radha, love and affection to Krishna, Madan Akbhav Supreme. So the Radha Dasyam is supreme goal of life, you should all know. But practice from Upadeshamrita, Mana Shiksha. Daily do. Meditate your Guru Mantra, what Gurudeva has done. One pointed. Don't forget it. Don't think it useless. Also don't think Upadeshamrit first, second, third, fourth slokas. Useless. Without this you cannot come in bhakti process. So you must follow all these things. Krishna told, Ayu harate vai pulsan uddan astant jannasau. Oh, son, he is taking our life 1 second by 1 second by 1 second, and thus day and night, then years and years. Oh, very soon. But those who are practicing bhakti yoga, son cannot take their ayu. They will be, ajar amar, immortal, very soon, and they will serve Krishna. Nideha madhyam sulabham sudurlabham lam sukalpam guru karnadharam mayanu kullein nabhasvate vitam. Oh, Krishna is very merciful. He has given this body like a very strong boat, and mercifully Krishna has given a captain, guru, very tattva rasik, braja rasa rasik, and anukul vayu, favorable wind. What? Sadhu Sangha. Very rare, very rare. But if anyhow Krishna has given you mercifully, then if anyone is not crossing endless ocean of the birth and death, then he is Atmaghati, self-killer. To kill themselves is not so important. Against him may come again. But those who will kill their bhakti mood, they are self-killer. Jat Sraddhastu Puman. What is love? Na nirbinno nati sakta. Bhakti yogasya siddhada. Yadrichya matkathadau. Yad saddhasto yapuman. Very good, sir. Those who are not so much detached from world and having Shraddha in me, they are qualified to do bhakti. And those who are not detached or detached fully, no Shraddha in me, then they are like Jnani, Brahma Jnani. And those who have not still satisfied by enjoying sense gratifications, they are karmi. By sadhusang, they will be karma yogi, then jnana yogi, and and also he told, just sarva makti bhakti yogaina siddhati. What in Treta Yug, Satya Yug, Dwapar, by Yog, Gyan, Karma, by knowledge is achieved. Bhakti, by bhakti we can achieve all more than that also. So, you should be one pointed to bhakti. Nakinchit sadhavo dhiro. Yeah? Nakinchit sadhavo dhira. Yeah. Yeah. So, he told to Uddhav, you should follow. Also, he told a story of a Brahmin in the end who was detached from worldly desire and took sannyas, and how tolerant he was. Without toleration, you cannot enter in bhakti. Can you?
Guruve Gaurachandra Radhika Tadale Krishna Krishna Bhakta Tadabhakta Namo Namah. So first of all, I offer pranams to Gurudev, Srilani Sannyasis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. Continuing Uddhav Samvad, Krishna's final instructions to Uddhav before he entered Nitya-dham. Then 11th canto gives the history of Avanti Brahman. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. He used to chant that verse again and again, describing what is real sannyas. So that Avanti Brahman, he was very, very wealthy, but he was also extremely miserly. He would not engage his wealth in the service of his mother and father, nor his children, nor guests, nor sadhus. So therefore he accumulated a great amount of wealth, but he was most unpopular. Therefore, in due course of time, that wealth was stolen by others, by thieves, by taxmen, by his own children. Therefore he lamented, and out of his lamentation he developed renunciation, just like Pingala the prostitute. Therefore that Brahmana, he went and took sannyas. Therefore he was given his seva after he took sannyas. He went to beg from those persons who he cheated in his previous ashram. Therefore, Bhagavatam described that when he would go begging, some people would give him a donation of passing gas on him, or passing urine on him, stealing his begging bowl, spitting on him. They would steal his danda, some would steal his mala, some would steal his asan, and they would abuse him in many ways. Oh, what type of bogus Baba you are? Who cannot fill his belly, therefore now he's taken bhiksha, he's taken sannyas and going door to door chanting, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. Therefore, and finally, in his full maturity of realization, as the Mahaprabhu said, if you want to do bhajan, then you have to be very, very tolerant, more than a tree, more humble than a blade of grass, who can give all respect to others, and who never demands respect for oneself. That person can chant the holy name. But we are not like that. Therefore, someone gives us a bad name, someone gives us a slap, someone tells some rumor about us, then immediately we become very angry. But that power to tolerate, that is called bhajan. Therefore, that power is given by the mercy of Gurudeva and the association of the Vaishnavas. Sakala saman korite sakati deho nata jata jata. O Gurudev, O Vaishnav, please give me that grace by which I can tolerate. Therefore, that Advanti Brahman, despite being disrespected and insulted, still he did not give up the service of Mukunda. And he began chanting that song, that is the song of the Advanti Brahman. But I'm so misfortunate I have not even learned one verse from that. But one verse there described what is real sannyas. Therefore, many people, sannyas, 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga. Eating, offering flesh to the forefathers, impregnating the wife of your brother, sannyas, horse sacrifice, and cow sacrifice. These 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga. Then many people, especially in Vrindavan, Babaji section, they say, sannyas is forbidden in Kali Yuga. Why they are taking sannyas? But this is not the real meaning. Sannyas cannot be forbidden because in Kali Yuga, Swayam Bhagavan Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself directly took sannyas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru, Iswapuri, he was also a sannyasi.
Even Shankaracharya.
Sankaracharya, he was also sannyasi. Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbaditya, Nityananda Prabhu, Sarup Damodar. Mahaprabhu had 9 main sannyasi associates. Therefore, how we can say, are they all acting against the injunction of the Vedas? Therefore, that type of sannyas means karma sannyas, that is forbidden. Karma sannyas means I follow Varnashram Dham, then I become old, then I take sannyas in order to beg and fill my stomach. Karma sannyas is forbidden in Kali Yuga, but bhakti sannyas is not forbidden. Therefore, there is 2 types of sannyas which is accepted in Kali Yuga. One is Gyan sannyas, followed by the Ekadandi sannyasis of Sankaracharya, and secondly the Tridandi sannyasis, that is the Vaishnava sannyasis. Therefore, Mahaprabhu, he very much appreciated the song of the Advanti Brahman, because that Advanti Brahman said that service to Mukunda by body, mind and words, that is complete perfection. That is Paramatma Nishtam. Nishta in Paramatma or Mukunda Sri Krishna. Therefore, Mahaprabhu became very happy when he established this verse. That is the real meaning of sannyas, means Tridandi. When Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu were going towards Jagannath Puri, then Mahaprabhu became very sad when he saw the danda held by Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu was holding Ekadanda. Actually, only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has the authority to take Ekadanda, because he is Bhagavan himself. There, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Aham Brahmasmi, there is no fault at all. Therefore, the only real Ekadanda sannyasi in this world is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No one else has qualification for taking Ekadanda. But to give us that instruction, Nityananda saw that danda, he took it off Sri Jagannananda Pandit and cursed, "Oh, danda, you are the cause of the suffering of the residents of Navadvip." Therefore, he smashed it on the ground and broke into 3 pieces. That pastime is very deep. Then Nityananda was showing in Kali Yuga, actually in no time people should think that they are one with the Supreme Lord. That is signified by Ekadanda. But he said the real sannyas is Tridanda. Therefore, Sevya and Sevak means Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, who is the enjoyer, the Jivatma, who is the enjoyed, and the act of serving. So love, the beloved, and the act between the individual soul and the Supreme Lord, that is also eternal, who accepts the 3 things that is called actual sannyas. So Nityananda signified that he is Jagat Guru of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas by breaking the danda in 3 places. When Mahaprabhu came back, he said, "What have you done? Who has broken my danda?" Then Sri Nityananda said, "Who has made the danda? He has broken the danda." Then Mahaprabhu became sad. He said, "Don't you know the danda is not an ordinary thing? It is the abode of the 33 billion demigods." Therefore, Mahaprabhu, he chanted that verse again and again. Real sannyas doesn't mean carrying a piece of bamboo. Real sannyas means body, mind, and word, the service of Krishna in the mood of the gopis. Go Premananda.
Then Krishna told to Uddhav, "One thing more I want to tell you. Don't be attached to ladies. And ladies should not attach to any man." I'm telling a story, Upakhyan, that there was a very big very strong emperor. His name was Pururva. Very big Chakravarti Samrat. Means one day he went to do shikar, hunting. And in the forest he saw a beautiful, most beautiful Apsara from heaven. And her name was Urvashi. He saw and at once attached. And then he told her, "O Devi, who are you? What are you doing here? I'm so much attached to you. Can you leave me with me?" And then Urvashi, smiling, told, "I was searching a very qualified and beautiful any person. And by luck, you have met me. I must be with you, a very beautiful, a strong person like you." And then they returned back to kingdom. And he was married with her. But that Urvashi told, "I will marry you and I will leave only a condition that I have two rams, and they are very dear to me like my life, like my one son. You will have to protect them. If you cannot protect them, I cannot do. And one condition more, that I don't want to see you naked any time." At any time means not at the time of when they are both together. Then one day Indra told, "Oh, where is Urvashi? Without Urvashi, oh, this heaven is like zero. Go and anyhow, by hook and tree, bring Urvashi." Then any of the two demigods went there. In the night, when Urvashi and the Emperor Puru were on the bed and enjoying at that time, and they began to take away the two lamps, and they began to may doing. Then Urvashi told, "You are a very coward person. Even you cannot protect my two lamps. You cannot fie on me. Why I married you, a kapurush like me? I cannot live with you." Then king, in the naked state, he ran away with his bow and arrow, and thus demigods ran away, giving up lamps. After that he returned. "Oh, now you are naked? I will not be with you." And at once she left and going to Urvashi Lok, heavenly forest. Then king, naked stage, began to follow and weep. "Urvashi, stay for a moment. You are my life and soul. I cannot live without you. Please, for a moment, you should speak with me. I am not satisfied yet. Oh, so be with me." But she ran away and she went to Urvashi. He also followed her and went to heavenly plat in Urvashi Lok. And he was requesting, "Oh, you should return back." But she refused. She told, that with me you cannot be happy forever. To be entangled with a lady, it is what? Like a heavy dangerous. It is for the death of Atma. So don't be attached to me. You should return back to earth. Then, but he never returned, he went there. And when he went and she refused to return back, then by the mercy of Krishna, he was detached from the lady. What foolishness I am doing? This Urvashi has controlled my mind. She cheating me. She has cheated me. So now Krishna is so merciful that he has given me now this knowledge. I should give up. I should take Urvashi from my heart, and thus I should return back and give my whole attention, whole energy to Krishna service. And then he turned back, and very soon he offered himself in the lotus feet of Krishna, and he was liberated. So we should also learn. Uddhav, you should learn. And after me, you should teach others to be like that. Those who want Krishna Prem, they should always be allowed for this. Otherwise, their bhakti and everything will be spoiled. If you see any lady, you think like your mother, like your sister, like your daughter. And if ladies meeting to anyone, like father, like brother, and like son, it will say, sometimes Maya is so strong. Even Brahma, even Shankar, even Indra, Chandra were defeated by Valdi Haridas Thakur, Narayan Rishi. They were not cheated by Maya. Ramananda also. All the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like this, all Goswamis. So, after that, you should not be here. You go to Badrikashram. And what I have tell Vidur, Maitreya, he was present there when Krishna was giving all instructions. He should tell to Vidur. And you should also preach my mission. Be in what doing? Or take Balkal Bastra. Balkal Bastra means and all kinds of attachment you should give. Whatever you have, some fruits from trees, from leaves and others, you should take. And this river Ganges is not river. She is Bhagavati, coming from my feet wash. So you should see and take bath. Your all again influence and everything over very soon. Then Uddhav began to weep. He could not bear the separation of Krishna. Anyhow, he was detached from worldly things and worldly relatives. And then he obeyed Krishna, teary eyes. He did 3 parikrama of Krishna, went to there. And in the meantime, Krishna told his relatives, all Jadubansi. We are saying so many inauspicious things. Oh, rain of water, blood is coming. So elephant, jackals, and dogs are weeping. So many auspicious. We should not be here. At once we should go. And before this, he told to Arjun, oh, after 7 days, ocean will, and you should take my old relative with you to Indraprastha or Hastinapur. Arjun was there, but not at the time of teaching this. Then Uddhav went, weeping. After that, Krishna thought, remembered, and he was sitting under the shade of any tree and keeping his one feet on another. And at that time, all Jaduvansis did sacrifice, pleased Vaishnava. They gave so many horses, cows, and everything to Brahmins. But they took Mary means wine, a kind of, and they became mad and released by enemy, brother and brother, father and son, all began to fight themselves. When their bow or arrow finished, then what to do? They were sitting on chariot, elephant, even a man to man, and all were fighting. Baldev came and told that why you are fighting. And Krishna also. But they attacked Krishna and Baldev. Then Krishna and Baldev also began to take that arena grass, and they killed those who were saved. Whole dynasty was finished. Then Krishna was sitting there, and a hunter came, and he thought that, oh, this is the mouth of any deer, and he shoot it. And then he ran to catch that deer. When he saw that, oh, Krishna, and began to lament and cry, then Krishna told, don't be worried. You have done what I wanted. You should go to Swarg heaven, and there you should be. And after that, all demigods came there. And they saw that Krishna is sitting, closing his eyes. And in a second, Brahma, Shankara, and all others saw Krishna with his eternal body, transcendental body. In a second, like thunderbolt, he at once went to his dham. Anyone cannot saw that how he went. And then powers from a cosmos. And heavenly drums were beaten, and all became happy, and thus all returned. Here one thing. You know that we think that Vasudeva, Shankar's son, Pradyumna and Anuruddha, they are what? Chaturbhyuha, like God. They are part of, fraction of, manifestation of Krishna. Vishnu Tattva. How they fight Vishnu Tattva and kill each other? Shamba, Gada, all were associates of Krishna. They have so much knowledge, everything, how they can fight and kill each other. So, in Bhagavad has written like a magic. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has explained that there was a magician. He has one very beautiful young wife and 2 children of 8-9 years age. One day they went to royal palace and told that we want to show a very wonderful play, magic show. Then all the councils of king and queen and others gathered there, and they began to see what they are doing. Oh, at once they took a rope on 2 bamboos, did like so. And then the lady, young lady, he took jar on his head, 1, 2, 3 colors, and he, by the rope, he went on the rope and he began to dance there with a stick, bamboo in her hand. So wonderful. All began to clap and very happy. Then when she came down, then queen gave her Nolakhar, a necklace. His price was 9 lakhs rupees at that time. Very beautiful and costly. Then when queen gave, then 2 boys, sons. Oh, mother, give me. He was telling, oh, give me. And he was telling, quarreling. And the lady mother took out of that. And they began to, both were equal strong. Then anyone could not take, then one took sword from his man. And other also. And at a time he cut his head and he had. Oh, then young lady began to weep. Oh, my 2 sons have gone. And she came and took 1 sword and cut herself. Oh, then you said, oh, without my children and wife, how I can be? And he also cut. Then whole council, queen and king, all they were thinking, what terrible thing. Oh, they began to lament. And then they left that place and the place was cleared and they went back to their home, palace. Next day a letter came. From whom this letter came? That magician. He wrote in letter, oh, my obeisances to you, O king and queen. First show we showed, and the prize was given by you that we have still. And second show what we saw, you could not have given anything. We are all alive. You should come, your necklace is also in the neck of my wife. And 2 boys very well. Oh, they became very wondered. What? And next day they went there and they saw 4 were coming with garland to king. And then, O king, O queen, where is my prize? Then king and queen became very happy and they gave him. If a magician can do like this, and which magician of magician Anadi Ananta, magician by which by Maya he has created this world, that world, everything, what he cannot do. Also, I have seen in Mathura that a magician came, and in our front, in Dadya Park, he invited DSP, SP, police, commissioner, and district magistrates and some showman, and very, very rich and other persons there. And he began to show his magic. He took his son and covered it with a cloth, and he took a sword, and under cloth he put his hand and began to cut the neck of his son. And really he was separated with her head and body. And then he told to district magistrate, you should take and giving it in a box, very strong, and you should lock it. One lock, two lock were there. And then he told, oh my dear son, come on, come on, come on. And he is smiling and running from outside. He came. And he came. How magic. Also, once in Calcutta, Bishi Roy, Vian Sarkar, world famous. He was invited by the governor of Bengal, and all high classes of officers were there. Time was given that at 4 p.m. performance will begin. So at that time, all should come. So at just the time before, all were seated there and waiting for magician. They saw half an hour passed, 1 hour passed. He's coming. Oh, when he will come, we will punish him. And become very angry. And that after that, taking betel nut in mouth, smiling, the magician came. Then they become very furious and told, why you become so late? 1 hour? Oh, I have not become late. You see your watch, they all saw that it is 4. So a magician can do, and greatest magician in the whole world, what he cannot do. So anyone was not killed. There was actually no battle. All were associated with Krsna. Krishna collected them, and with all he went to Guru Vrindavan. Those who were from heavenly planet, they went to, and those who came from Vaikuntha, and those who came from Braja, they came. Gaur Prema. This Bhagavad Puran explained very well. Nothing left. In brief, we have told all these things. I'm happy that you are hearing patiently, and I think that you must take all instruction and follow or have Krishna Prem in your life. Now, Nirgun Prabhu may come, and those who have helped, you should be happy. Be auspicious your birth. You should be happy in this world, turn to themselves, and Krishna. Oh Prabhu. Hey, Nirgun, wait 2 minutes. Where is she? Very brief.
Very brief? Maybe I should just do one from memory then. This one's not so brief. For you, Gurudev. If I offer my heart on a tray of gold, like a flower or lamp, you will accept, I am told, and never return it to follow a dead-end road. You will offer my heart to that couple divine, where it can beat to the sound of Sham's flute and the footsteps of gopis dancing around. If I offer my heart on a tray of gold, cast in prayer, will you see a sprout of sincerity there? And water that tiny creeper with words flowing with the praying of divine love, and your knowing everything I need to feed my soul. I'm lost in the hole of my misdirected mind. Will you find me when I am far from your lotus bud feet? Drop a rope of 108 beads into the well where I fell, and remind me to clasp hold. Dancing fingers, dancing tongue, dancing with you into Vrindavan, following the mystic attraction of his flute. Feeling Radha's love, so pure, final cure of my disease. So intense, the blue-hued boy is entranced and mystified. To melt my heart, to cry and cry. Thank you.
Gurve Gurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. First of all, I offer my humble obeisances to Srila Gurudeva, all the sannyasis, all devotees, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and we'd like to thank you for coming and making the 12th annual Badger Festival very wonderful and very special. We've heard very many deep and wonderful things, including just now the story of the magician and how they can do so much magic. But we are seeing a magic that is much greater. This magic is taking the conditioned souls, softening their hearts, and making them eternally attracted to our Supreme Istadev. This is, I think, the greatest magic. Nobody can perform this magic except one who is the Supreme Magician, one who has it, one who has come from the spiritual world. So we cannot repay. It's a very wonderful thing. Here, I got a couple pages of devotees who have done so much service here, and we want to give recognition to them. I don't know how I'm going to get through these 2 pages, and I would like to say, all of you have done by coming. I think everyone has served in so many ways. The sannyasis have preached and given us their association. So please bear with me through all this. First, we'd like to give thanks to Srila Gurudeva and his party and all sannyasis. And we also have, there are so many services that people have performed. And forgive me if you've done, and I have not included you. One of the more surrendered services, of course, is cleaning the toilets and taking out the trash. And Bharata Prabhu and his crew would like to give special thanks to him, which include Maitreya Muni, Jagani Das, Bora Prana, Devananda, Radha Vinodini. Who can believe persons like this who have been very sick and are now doing all these services? It's hard to believe. Vardanya Dasi, Vardanya Das, Latika, and Hari Motini. Okay. Next we have washing all the dishes. Manmohan from Hawaii. Narottam, Srivas, Nanda Kishore, Damodar, Triloka, Aniruddha, Gopabalava, Sarda, and Chandramukhi. Enormous boga runs like never before. Mahibart, Goloka, Sudarshan, Kamalakanta. By the way, Kamalakanta has kept all these grounds. He's come months early, has taken my place, and he is doing so much wonderful gardens and work before the festival. Special thanks to him. And as Gurudeva has mentioned earlier, the cooks in the kitchen. I want to inform you that sometimes the kitchen is very hot. As you all know, the heat through the tarps. They stand there all through the day. Such a wonderful service, such a surrender. And we want to give special thanks to Manmohan, Tirtha Maharaj, Damaraj, Bhishma, Sudarshan, Pran Govinda, Radhanath, Haripad, Shaima Priya, Anupama, Gokula, Shamala, Radha Priya, Jai Rishi.
And Shravan Kumar?
Sure. Shravan and Lalita.
Without Shravan Kumar, anything was not to be done.
And
Nilachala.
And the kitchen crew.
In the end, Nirgun Prabhu.
I want to tell you something in truth. In actuality, I can't hold a candle to these devotees. They're doing 10 times the amount of service I'm doing, and it's just a wonderful thing. So, and the kitchen crew, Vrindavan Prabhu, Vishaka Didi, Sita Didi, Champakalata, Rohari, and all who helped with the kata. Servers, Datrai, Kamalakanta, Rasika, Jayadev, Haribalava, and Janavi. The festival setup crew, Gopabalava, Kamalakanta, Nityananda, Giridhari, Prem Pradeep, Madhukar, Damodar, and all the boys from the school. Janava, Radha, Rajendranandan, Gopa Nandini, Kishore, pool lifeguard who has sat out in the sun like permanently out there. Raghunath Prabhu. Kirtaniyas, Kishore Mohan, Braj Mohan, Gopala. Special donations for feast. Last night, Raghunath Prabhu donated the feast. And for festival special donations, Stavya Prabhu from Canada. And Jaga Prabodka has donated all new tarps this year. Rajendranandan's family. Nanda Gopal's family, and Mohini Dasi for arranging accommodations for the devotees. Pran Kishore. What's his name? There is an Indian restaurant owner from San Francisco, Sunandarna. Surrender. He is going to pay for the entire festival feast.
Very good.
Yes, we are sending them to him. Let's see where it was. All the devotees who put on the transcendental plays. Over at the book table, I didn't mention all the names of Nanda Gopal's family, but there's Raga, there's Mohini, and there's Govind. I can't remember all their names. Thank you so much. The book table, Radha Dasi, Ramkanta Prabhu, Vrindavan and his sisters, Vishwambar Prabhu, Prashadam table, Nitya Manjari, Kishore, Narada, Madan, and all the Guru helpers. So we tried our best, and I hope I didn't forget anybody. I hope we can have these transcendental festivals year after year, and by Guru's grace, they still allowed me to come and do some service, and for that I'm very grateful.
Or mention. One thing more, I am inviting all for Brajamandal Parikrama in October, November. And also I am inviting you all for Navadip Parikrama in perhaps March. So, if no economic anything problem, otherwise you should all come, and very good festival like this will be there.
And if you have economic problem, then distribute books. And number 1, number 2, number 3, get a free ticket to Kartik.
Mahamantra.
Gurudev, one more thing. Tomorrow, breaking fast, Paran, will be 1 minute after 8 o'clock in the morning. Up till 9:30. Between... Sorry,
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 9
No, 9 o'clock breaking, Paran? 9:01 or 8:01? 9:01 breaking fast. Okay. Up to 10:30. Okay. Hare Krishna.